Good evening. We hope you're all having an absolutely wonderful Christmas. We've got a marvellous show for you. There's the Kirov State Ballet, the Moscow State Circus, the Ukrainian State Dancers, the Leningrad Philharmonic Orchestra, and the massed bands of the Red Army. And as an encore, we'll be declaring war on Europe.
And for those of you who like a bit of peace and quiet, we've got the mass choirs of the Noise Abatement Society singing Silent Night. But first, the news. The BBC announced today that there will be a special fortnight of special programmes in November to mark the first anniversary of its 50th anniversary.
In the Commons yesterday, Mr. Willie Hamilton held up a piece of mistletoe and said the price was a disgrace. 226 members shouted shame, 193 shouted hear, hear, and 12 kissed him.
And the Croydon girl, who had her clothes torn off during a bring and buy sale in a church hall, arrived home last night suffering from shock. Her father, an upholsterer, rushed her to his workshop, and today she is reported to be fully recovered.
The governor of Parkhurst has announced that 5 maximum security prisoners today sat down to a Christmas dinner of turkey, stuffing, roast potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and Christmas pudding with brandy sauce. However, efforts to recapture them are still going on.
And shooting on Ken Russell's new musical film, A Night on a Bare Mountain, was held up last week when Sir Ralph Richardson walked out after Mrs. Mills had refused to take her clothes off.
As a special Christmas goodwill gesture, a well-known British petrol firm is offering an extended play gramophone record of American Indian ghost stories for only 3 new pence. Just ask for the BP, 3P, Creepy, TP, EP.
We've been asked to make a special Christmas appeal on behalf of the Society for the Prevention of Rudeness on Envelopes. If you're opposed to rudeness on envelopes, send your money to this address. Pull your knickers down, Bristol FA3.
Here is a police warning. A consignment of talcum powder sold last week in the central London area contained baking powder by mistake. People who purchase the product are warned not to sit too close to the fire or they may break out in biscuits.
While at a London store, a sandwich board man stopped work as a protest yesterday after he had heard that the store's Father Christmas had been given the sack. After it had been explained to him that the Father Christmas had to have the sack before he could start work, the sandwich man was given his notice. This in turn angered the Father Christmas until it was explained that the sandwich man had to have his notice to carry around the streets. Afterwards, the Father Christmas agreed to take the sack, providing he wasn't given his notice, and the sandwich man agreed to carry his notice, provided he wasn't given the sack. The solution to this item will be given later in the programme. But first, a sketch. Starring Mr. Ronnie Corbett, who is now appearing in Aladdin and His Wonderful Lamp, playing the part of the Wick.
And Mr. Ronnie Barker, who is now appearing in Robin Hood, playing the part of Sherwood Forest. So let's now consider the state of the party.
Hello.
Hello.
What do you do?
I run like hell.
No, I mean, for a living.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant, what do I do when I'm attacked by a giant vampire bat with great black flapping wings screeching and tearing at my throat?
No, I just meant, for a job, you know.
Oh, sorry, I'm a solicitor.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Interesting? It's appalling. It's the most hideous, terrifying death in the world.
No, I mean being a solicitor.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant being left in the graveyard when the vampire bats attack you, flying out of the white moon, screeching and tearing at your throat.
No, I just meant, is it interesting being a solicitor?
Well, it is in a way, you know.
I had an uncle who was one once.
God, no. Did they have to drive a stake through his heart?
No, he was a solicitor.
Oh, not a vampire?
No.
Oh, well, in that case, they wouldn't want to drive a stake through his heart, would they?
No, definitely not. No. Would you like another one?
God, no, not another one. One's enough. Tearing at my throat. Another one would go for my eyes as well.
I mean, would you like another drink?
Oh, yes, I would.
You would? You would what?
I would like another drink.
Oh, I see. For a minute, I thought you meant you would have left him lying there in a pool of blood.
No.
Without any attempt to cover up the body at all.
No, I just meant I wanted some more.
You wanted some more. I wanted some more. Everybody wanted some more, the whole family, but he was the solicitor, you see.
No, more Scotch.
No, Welsh. Little Welsh solicitor. God, we hated him. Hated him.
No water.
No water, no. I had to use old newspaper to mop the blood up. It was all over the floor. It was all over the ceiling. And there was this little Welsh solicitor lying there with a stake through his heart.
I don't really have nightmares about vampires.
I had to do it, you see. You do understand that, don't you? I had to do it. I had to. Oh, God, the blood, the horror.
I was just saying that about vampires to make conversation.
Yes, that's all I do it for. Parties get so boring otherwise. Yes. Are you married?
Yes, I am. Later in the show, we'll be speaking to a Norwich vet who has crossed a giraffe with an Alsatian and got a dog that barks at low-flying aircraft. But first, it's time for some music. Some years ago, a young girl came down from Scotland to London in search of fame and fortune. At the age of 16, she made her first record, and at the age of 17, she made her first tour of America. You all know who she is today. Jessie McGonigal. Who wants to listen to her? We'd much rather hear from Lulu and the young generation.
Shout now, we're gonna shout right now. Shout out, oh Lulu, shout out. Hey Lulu, shout, shout, shout. Hey, shout out for Lulu, Lulu. Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house. Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house. There'll be no crying there, there'll be no dying there. Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house. Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house. Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house. There'll be no crying there, there'll be no dying there. Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house.
In my father's house, there are so many mansions there that were not true. You know that I would have told you so. I'd go to prepare a place for you. Wherever I'd go, you could come there too. Come on and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house.
Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house. Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house. There'll be no crying there, there'll be no dying there. Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house.
In my father's house, there are so many mansions there that were not true. You know that I would have told you so.
here are two news items that have just come in. The Archbishop of Canterbury gave a special Christmas address this evening. It's 27 Stuffing Road, Turkey. And a thief broke into the home of Mr. Bruce Forsyth last week. The burglar alarm went off after 45 seconds, during which time the man got away with a toast rack, an umbrella stand, a fluffy dog, a camera, one of those things you put cakes on that folds up, a bottle of champagne, a magazine rack, 7 national luggage, ladies' nightdress, and a pair of Wellington boots. Bruce Forsyth, when asked to comment, said, "Didn't he do well?"
Have you had a good Christmas, Ronnie?
Oh, yes, it's been all bunting and frolics. I was advised not to drink before saying that. Jolly good jib I dobn't, really.
Well, we've had a very nice day. We've had paper chains everywhere, all over the house. Every time we open the front door, the toilet flushes. And there were lots of marvellous presents around this year. I gave my wife a pair of ankle warmers, knickers without elastic.
Yes, I gave my wife a joke like that, yeah. I'd say that again. I gave my wife a joke like that. A pair of run-resistant tights. Yeah, the legs are tied together. It works. But one of the best presents I got this year was this one. This is a lovely. See that? Isn't that nice? Guinness Book of Records. It's all that.
And I got an Enoch Powell chessboard.
I got one of these. These are nice. Toilet seat for someone you don't like. It's me, yeah. Yes? Oh, it's me again. But one of the best things about Christmas, though, is the special television programs. BBC. Good job I wasn't doing the fronting and that line, wasn't it? Yeah, the BBC are showing Mutiny on the Bounty. They're also showing a film about violent attacks on the police in the Canadian Rockies called Boutonniere on the Mountie. And a film about a man who falls off Everest and lands on Raquel Welch entitled Mountaineer on the Beauty.
Unfortunately, you won't be seeing Gracie Fields this Christmas, but she has sent a special message from Capri saying, "I'm not coming over, the money's not right."
And we've been asked to announce that next week on Show of the Week, there'll be a competition to judge which goals of all the goals chosen on Match of the Day as Goal of the Month was this year's Goal of the Month of the Year. Send your entries to this address, Match of the Day, Goal of the Month of the Year, Goal of the Month, Match of the Day, Show of the Week, London.
Well, I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. We had our BBC staff party this morning. You know, it was all knees up Mother Brown and funny hats and throwing streamers, and then somebody spoilt it all by asking if there was anything to drink. And a BBC official said they were very sorry, but the old chap who looks after the drinks cabinet had passed away last June. And taken the key with him. I don't suppose anybody really believed it, but a few of us held hands in a quiet corner and tried to get in touch with him. Anyway, feel free, please. Anyway, the party broke up soon after that when a member of the Light Entertainment Allotment Society said that Joyce Grenfell had pulled a knife on him. Of course, I shall have my own little family party tonight. And, of course, Grandfather will be there, as always. Marvellous old chap, you know. You'd never think he was 104. He looks much older. He actually, dear Grandad, had a very quiet Christmas last year. His hearing aid broke down. Now, there is a man who knows what hard times are really like. He really does. He was telling me that he never saw an orange until he was 6. Now, can you believe that? Never saw an orange till he was 6. And he remembers at the age of 5, sitting up in bed Christmas morning, trying to peel a tennis ball. It upset him so much that he was nearly late for work. Anyway, he's had a very adventurous life. Adventurous life, dear old Grandad has. He fought in the Zulu Wars. Well, not all of them, because he got fed up with blacking up every morning. Actually, it has been a very good year for myself and my family, if I may be presumptuous enough to say that. And since I have been, it has been a very good year for my wife. My wife, you know, who's rather prone to unusual ailments. You may remember she went down to the cellar for a bucket of coal and came up too quickly and got the bends. She's actually very happy now because she has found a new doctor. And although he hasn't cured her of anything, as yet, he's got her a picture on the centre page pull out of this month's Lancet. Case of the month. This ear, nose and throat. It's not really right to laugh at, somebody like that. And I'm very glad you didn't. It's getting a bit ridiculous, her being a hypochondriac. Her being a hypochondriac. There is such a word, as hypochondriac. No, there is such a word as hypochondriac. Some people like to walk, some people like to hypochondriac. Her being a hypochondriac, it is getting ridiculous. Going to bed every night is like moving day at Timothy White's. She actually has an arrangement with the local hospital that if she doesn't call them in the night, they call her. And recently, she's been so worried about getting insomnia that she can't sleep. But as I was saying, I am very grateful that, this has been, a bit of a year for me with the pantomime television and things like that, I thought I was beginning to do rather well, and think my luck was changing when my parents changed their name back to Corbett. The milkman offered me a ride in his cart. Also, one of my little girls, one of my little daughters, is getting star billing in the school production of Julius Caesar, and she's only the second standard bearer. So it does make a difference, you see. That and the fact that she's with my agent. That I didn't know until the head mistress rang me up and asked me what was meant by a percentage of the gross. But what I actually came out here for, in case you're beginning to wonder, and I certainly am, was to propose a toast. I won't actually drink any of this wine because it was made especially for me by my wife's dear old mother, and there is no known antidote. So the toast is to theatrical agents. Now, you may think that's a little bit odd, but they do have a worrying time at Christmas. Now, this is absolutely true. Last year, my agent was looking after a very young actor who was doing very, very well in a repertory company near Bristol. Now, about 2 months before Christmas, the repertory company had to close down because business was bad, had to shut the theatre. So my agent said to him, now, don't worry. Don't get yourself in a state. He had a family insurance. Don't worry. He said, I'll try and fix you up in a pantomime. I'll ask Freddie Hobson. Now, he was a chap who put on very small pantomimes all over the country, really small pantomimes, like Robin Hood and his Merry Man. He said, I'll ask him to pop into the theatre next week and see the show, you see. He said, what part are you playing? The young lad said, well, it's going to be a bit awkward because next week I'm actually playing Hamlet, the part of Hamlet. It's hardly like a pantomime. So never mind, said the agent, at least it'll give him an idea what you can do. So sure enough, next Thursday, the young actor was in the dressing room getting his makeup on and wondering how to make Hamlet sound a bit like a pantomime. See, when the stage manager rushed in and said, Freddie Hobson's arrived, he's in his seat, so the best of luck. So the play starts, you see, and just before his big soliloquy, he has a brainwave. So he starts. To be or not to be? That is the question. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, no, it isn't. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Cilla Black.
Mind when I wake up. Heaven knows what I would do if we ever should break up. You're my whole world and I want you to know it. I love you and I'm sure that it shows. This is my chance and I'm not gonna throw it away. You do something to me. Your love runs through me. And I hope you're feeling the same as I do. 'Cause now and forever, my life depends on you. There was a time when I believed that I had no tomorrow. I pretend that I was happy to hide all my sorrow. But then when you came from that moment I knew it. The bad times were behind me and through it is your love that has brought back the bright shiny days. You do something to me. Your love runs through me. And I hope you're feeling the same as I do. 'Cause now and forever, my life depends on you. You do something to me. Your love runs through me. And I hope you're feeling the same as I do. 'Cause now and forever, 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 my life depends on you.
Well, that was absolutely superb, Sarah.
Oh,
Absolutely superb. And I'm not just saying that because you're here, you know. Although you are here, and I am saying it. If you weren't here, I'd be talking to myself, which would be ridiculous. And I mean, if I would, I'd be to say it. Shall we start again?
No, I don't think so. Where's the other Ronnie?
I am the other Ronnie. But for goodness sake, don't spread it about, because he thinks he is. Now, as a matter of fact, we were just behind the set there when you were singing, tossing a coin to see who was going to come out and chat to you.
Oh, I see. And I suppose you lost.
Oh, don't get like that. So you've been wondering all these hours why you haven't received a Christmas gift from me?
Well, the thought did cross me mind, Ronnie, yes.
Well, I'll tell you what I thought. I thought it'd be much nicer if we exchanged our gifts, much more in keeping with the festive season, if we exchanged gifts on the show.
What, here?
Yes.
You mean now?
Yes. You know, I mean, I could open yours, you know, and everybody would go, ah, like that, you see? And you could open mine, and you'd get all excited and giggly, and it would all be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, it's a lovely idea, but Ronnie, I haven't bought you anything.
Nothing at all?
Well, no, because, well, you didn't even send me a Christmas card now, did you?
I did. Yes, I did. I did. Yes. I remember addressing the envelope. 23 canal cuttings for Zachary.
But I've moved from there ages ago.
Well, you must tell someone.
Oh, but Ronnie, I'm sorry. You know, in any case, what do you buy? What do you buy for the man who has everything?
Can't be easy, you're right. But Lulu managed it. Oh, yes. I've never seen a nicer smog mask.
Anyway, what have you bought me?
Well, you can now you know, if you don't like this, you don't like it, you know, you can always take it back. You know, I mean...
Thank you. Can't wait to see it. Oh, Ronnie, it's magnificent. It's gorgeous. It's just what I've always wanted. What is it?
It's a little birthday book.
Ah.
See, I've put that in there, my little birthday. Just to give you the general idea.
Well, I think I've got the general idea. Anyway, thank you very much, Ron.
So,
By the way, what do you want for your birthday?
well, I put that in there as well. But listen, Sarah, did you get lots of lovely things for Christmas?
I did. I got some lovely presents. What did you get?
Well, I'll tell you what I got if you tell me what you got.
Okay. The scent I got from David Frost was super, as was the fez I got from Tommy Cooper.
From Tarbuck and his mates, I got a box of dates. A picture of the Pope came signed from both of us, Jess Yates.
I got a new LP from Des O'Connor. The hat from Hattie Jakes looked better on her.
From Ronnie Barker, lots of Christmas pudding I got. with which she told me what I could do.
I got a lot of things for Christmas,
But all I really wanted was you. I got a bunch of leeks from Harry Seacombe, with words in Welsh too rude for me to speak 'em. Yes.
From Twiggy with her best, I got a see-through vest. She wrote to say how glad she was to get it off her chest.
A lock of hair arrived from Jimmy Savile. The card said happy clunk click when you travel.
The weatherman sent seaweed, Fanny Craddock sent flan.
A corset came from Danny LaRue.
I got a lot of things for Christmas,
But all I ever wanted was you, you, you. All I really wanted was you.
There's your whiskey, then. Was there something else?
Yes, 2 bottles of gin, please.
Right.
Thank you. A bottle of brandy. 6 cans of lager. 2 quarts of light ale. A flagon of cider. Pipkin of Tia Maria. Okay, 3 quarts of Empire fortified port type sherry. A gallon can of Pernod. Okay, firkin of port. Yeah. 2 bottles of vodka. A lot of bowls. And a small stuffed olives, please. Thank you.
Is that the lot, then?
Yes, that'll do for now, thank you.
Terrible rush, this Christmas lark, isn't it?
Yeah. If it wasn't for the kids, we wouldn't bother, you know.
Good morning, sir. Merry Christmas.
What?
Merry Christmas, sir. Very Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
I was just passing by and I thought I'd pop in to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much indeed, yes.
You know, really, really happy Christmas.
Yes, thanks a lot, thanks a lot.
Very happy indeed. And a very prosperous new year, free from all economic pressures.
Oh, rather, yes, thank you, yes.
But above all, a very, very happy Christmas with many, many Christmas gifts.
Yeah, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Happy Christmas.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
I just wanted you to know that everything I said earlier about having a happy Christmas still stands.
Thank you very, very much indeed. I hope you have a very happy Christmas as well.
You know, I'm really worried about you having a happy Christmas.
I quite appreciate that, my dear man, but...
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Well, I suppose I better be getting on with work. Got a lot of work to do this morning with my bottles in this cold morning. I just want to make sure that you were going to have a very, very happy Christmas.
Ah, thank you very, very much indeed, yes. Goodbye.
Look, matey, we want you to have a happy Christmas. Do you understand that? We don't want you sitting on broken chairs watching a half-burned down Christmas tree. Eating your turkey dinner off a copy of the Radio Times. Listen to the radio because you haven't got a television.
We have got a television.
Because you haven't got a television. We want you to have a happier Christmas than that,
All right. What do you want?
Well, it's up to you, sir. Whatever you think I'm worth.
Oh, just tell me what you want.
Well, it's usually 50p or a packet of cigarettes.
Cigarettes? Oh, some in the cupboard over there. Over there. Thank you. Yes, that's the one, yes. Here we are. There we are. Take those.
Just 2 packets?
There's 200 in there. You can take them. Take them all.
I only want 20. I don't want to appear
No,
too greedy.
take them. They're yours. They're yours.
He don't want them all.
Doesn't he want them all? Oh, all right. There we are. Take 2 packets.
Not 2.
No.
1.
One. Yes, there we are. 1.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Happy Christmas, sir.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Have a Christmas.
Yes.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Who was that, dear?
It's all right. It's all right, dear. It's just the milkman. Come for his Christmas box.
Oh, yes, I left £1 on the hall table.
Oh, no, it's all right. I fobbed him off with a packet of cigarettes.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show, but there are 1 or 2 items of late news. Mr. Heath said in a message to the nation tonight that he is still hoping for a settlement in the Cod War. He said, "I think we would all like to start the new year with a solid and worthwhile cod peace."
The police were victims of a hoax today. It happened on the A1, about 2 miles from Three Bridges at 4 o'clock, when 5 men who were all at 6s and 7s, due to being 1 over the 8, dialed 999 and demanded 10 cups of cocoa for their 11s. A mathematician is helping the police with their inquiry.
In Sunderland tonight, a bulletin was issued about the man who swallowed an 8-day clock on Tuesday. His condition is still giving cause for alarm at 7:15 every morning.
And a special BBC team have been out today asking famous sportsmen what they got for Christmas. Ralph Coates said coats, Sir Alec Rose said roses, and David Broom said brooms. Alan Ball was also asked, but he declined to comment.
A 24-year-old turkey breeder had an unfortunate accident yesterday when he fell off the back of his lorry at Smithfield Market. Within 3 minutes, he was trussed, stuffed, and sold as oven ready. And now it's a Merry Christmas from me.
And it's a Happy New Year from him. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.